So let me just share something with you right now. It don't even matter if anybody come on today. Like I literally feel like I have to vent some stuff. Today, when I got out of service, and by the way, service was awesome. It was wonderful. And I just thank the Most High that the same thing that the pastor is talking about, or I don't know what they would call him there at the assembly, but the same things that he's talking about are the same things I'm talking about, which lets me know that I feel good, being in the vein. The Most High is definitely allowing his ruach to teach his people, those that want to learn. It does not surprise me that if you are given the body, the bread of life, you know that it's going to be some type of hindrance as far as your message going forward. So you got to be very careful that when people have large, I'm talking about large followers. We ain't talking about a few hundred. I'm talking about in the thousands, and they don't have no issues and no problems putting that content out there. You better recognize that the enemy has plans, is deceitful out here, people that work for him, that do his bidding. And I mean, hey, if Satan himself posed as an angel of light, why can't these people pose as teachers, preachers, prophets, pastors, and what have you? All right, let's go. Like, I feel so like a little upset at the fact that when I got out of church, I called myself going to a little local flea market because they have a little Hispanic restaurant like over at the flea market, right? And it's always like, hey, mommy, and all this. Oh, so I order just basic stuff, no meat, just like something like cheese that's pretty much kind of fried. All right, I never told nobody I was vegan. Yes, I still eat cheese. I am what they call it, pescatarian, vegetables and fruit and fish. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me. Anyways, I go over there. Y'all, I'm in line. I order my stuff simple. One little fried cheese thing and one cup of corn. That's all I got. People behind me. She ordered her food, and I noticed there's a Hispanic couple behind. My stuff is already on the board. I see no orders now, y'all. She took the order and placed her in front of everybody else's. And somewhere along the way, I just want to tell y'all, this Latino girl and her boyfriend stood in the window like they knew that they didn't have to wait behind anyone else. Well, long story short, I was the last person to get my food. Yep, the last. Although I wasn't the last to place my order. I didn't have nothing that was out of the ordinary. Nobody had to go in the bag and pluck a chicken, all of that. My food was very simple. Long story short, it goes like this. People are going to take care of their own. In this kingdom, they're going to take care of their own. Uh, Other nationalities, they're going to take care of their own. Why? Because that's what they do. They already formed some type of alliance. The issue with the body of believers, the true believers, we might know some things, but I really feel like there's an issue or a problem with um, an agreement between, with each other. And I'm talking about the Israelites or what have you, agreement. But I'm not talking about agreement today because I need to talk about it, but I'm not ready to do that one yet. What I'm talking about is this. What's wrong with us? I'll say what's wrong with me. That poor treatment is acceptable when we know that they're going to look after each other. When we know that we're going to come on the back end. When we know that they're not going to treat us right. When we know we're not going to get stellar service. We might not even get any service. Bottom line is this. Our eyes are too big. We'll go in these restaurants. We'll see the trash on the floor. We'll see that the windows aren't clean. The tables aren't nice. They're going to dictate to you where you're going to sit because this seat is roped off because we have the distance. They basically preconditioning everybody to accept whatever it is that they want to give you. Come on, lady. If you want to go on by, go on by. All right. They're teaching you how to adhere to rules without them even saying that they're really rules. Some stuff is just slightly unspoken. We'll see the tape and don't question nothing. Just go sit down. And even if it ain't where you want to sit, we'll still sit, but yet pay our money. Now, here's the thing. Our eyes are too big. We want that General Chicken. We want that shrimp fried rice. And we know that if we have an issue or a problem, we're not heard. All of a sudden, people pretend that they can't speak English. Well, how was you running a business in an English speaking world and can't speak any English? Had anybody thought that maybe those are the tactics that they use to never address a problem or when they're wrong or never come up with a solution? All right. Our eyes are too big. We'll go places and go eat and know the bathrooms are nasty, but we'll pay our money and come on and tiptoe over tissue and trash and wetness and stuff all on the floor. And I don't even want to go there. I don't like a nasty bathroom on no level. I can't handle it. But we'll still go and tiptoe out of the bathroom. Some of them don't even have tissue. You got to go in your purse and get you a piece of tissue out and wipe your hands. And by the way, let me make this precursor. I am not ministering. I'm just talking about the fact that our eyes are too big. We don't care how anybody treat us. For the matter of fact, I did say something. I said, I'm the plan not coming back. I wasn't first. Why? Because y'all all family or something. Well, then let her provide for you. I guess y'all forgot that certain people are the biggest consumers or the largest consumers. And so if your business can be sustained with your family, let them. But every time we go up in these places, who's buying the food? Who's getting their nails done? Who's getting the pedicures? Who's buying the clothes? Who's buying the meals or whatever it is? It's us. Who's getting the makeup put on your face? We'll go to get our hair done, and it's not just others, it's us. Anybody that's outside of the will of the Most High, they don't care about how they treat you. There are some good people that don't know the Most High, but I kind of wonder about that. We'll go and sit on down and wait on a beautician to show up when she feel like it. These people are a lot of them are so, what's the word I want to say? Oh man, just conceited. I knew he was going to do that. Uncaring and ungrateful. Don't nobody have to pay your bills. Every time somebody sit in that chair, beauticians, the ones that I'm talking to know who they are. Anytime we sit in your chair and get our hair done, that's money that's sending your kid to school, that's paying you back for your investment in your craft, that's helping you with your rent, your lights, or whatever. And you got people that'll show up when they feel like it. Have you sitting in a beauty shop for hours until they feel like gracing you because they've been out all night or whatever they was doing in their spare time, and they can't get to work on time. Look at this. Now, you see what I'm saying? Trifling is I don't know what. Why? She see me pulling off and jumps in front to go to the beauty store. This is stuff I'm talking about. Y'all can't tell me this world ain't wicked. Let's move on from that. I'm here to say that our eyes are too big. No discipline. And when I say our stomachs are too big, we'll eat stuff that we know is killing us and won't even turn the plate down. We'll go places that the food don't look nothing like the picture. You'll go places and go in a restaurant and say, I would like this, this, and this. And the person give you terrible customer service only to turn around and tell you we ain't got that. Or they charge you an enormous amount of money for you to get a piece of chicken that look like it's been dried up in a pot for weeks. Oh, my child is calling me. Oh, here she is. Hold on, y'all. I rolled in the parking lot 3, 4 times, and I don't know where she was. Hold on, family. No, she wasn't. I know. I was throwing it out. Unless you want it. All right, y'all. Move that. No, I'm on live right now. You ask me after. I said, did you hear me? All right. I'm going on to say when I say that our eyes and our stomach are too big, when we see something with our eyes, we want it in spite of the fact of the larger picture. I think we focus on those things that they, advertise, and we miss the mark or the picture of what's really going on in plain view. It's not a day that we don't go up in there to get some nails or your feet done, and you see these people barely want to speak to you. All they want to know is, how can I help you? If they even ask that, don't care. They don't care if the file is old that they using. They don't care if you got a cut on your foot. They ain't gonna try to help you with nothing. They just gonna put that plaster over them toes or those fingers and keep it moving. But our eyes are so big, we see the glitter on those fake nails that they have on the fake hands, and that's all we see is what we want our stuff to look like. How you doing, Miss Henrietta? I'm only here, like, kind of in my frustration with the things that I'ma say I've been doing. I don't get my nails and stuff done, but family, I'm coming on here to say that the Father, I believe, is turning up the fire and making these people grieve us in our spirit. Why? So we can let this stuff go. We eating unnecessary garbage. You're not getting treated. We're not being treated right. We're not. If they hand you some food, I mean, you don't know what you're getting. You go to, I'm going to just say it, go to Popeyes. And the first thing they say, they don't even say, hello, how's your day? Or how can I help you? Or whatever. The first thing they say, we ain't got no change. You got to have complete change. What are we still on the change shortage? I'm confused about this. We don't have no, you got to pay with exact change. One girl I pulled up at Taco Bell. Yep, I'm just going to start calling them out. Y'all don't care how you treat people in the community and what you're being paid or financed to remain. I'm just going to say, well, so it up. I'm like, oh, we don't have no we pull. How do you even know I was going to afford today? Why not put a cynical on the board? That's what we're reading anyway. Unless wrong and the person can't read or speak. And you go all the way up to the just the interface, and they will stand there and look at you. To the point you have to say, can I place an order whenever you're ready? Well, I was ready when you were standing here staring at me. I don't know. I was trained that they're supposed to say, hello, how can I help you? You said, I know it. But why is the only people that are saying that I know of is Popeyes? But I think what they hope for is if 250 and they say we don't have any change, you come with your $3, then you already know they're going to keep 2/4. Can you imagine if 30 cars pull in, how much money they've made? If they could keep everybody's change? Bottom line, because they know that our stomachs and our eyes are too big for our whole soul. We are taking in more than we need to. We are accepting a lot of mistreatment just because we want something. Because we look at it and it's glittery or it's pretty or it looks succulent, or we don't know, just all kinds of stuff. You go to Dunkin' Donut now, might as well. Why? I'm on the road. Yeah, they do. But right now, one person isn't going to make it cashless. One group, one restaurant. Let me over, let me over, let me over, let me over. Thank you, thank you. And he going to roll up, and the traffic is at a standstill at a red light. And you're right. They are trying to make it a cashless system. I just, where was I? Dunkin' Donuts on that. Did you know one is a dollar and 7 cents. Uh, 7 cents on that fresh. Oh no, I cryptocurrency. Yeah, well, I could say something about that, but I'm gonna hold my peace on imaginary money. But now, family, we gotta get go. We know something else. Let me know when I'm okay, please. Hallelujah. And in its authority, praise his name. But you get out. Hallelujah. Am I okay? About the park. Okay, thank you. Drop this child off. Let me just say this, family. I'm not going to be on here before a second. We could have crippled these undesirable places a long time ago, but because we wanted the merchandise, the food, I don't know where you went and wanted some service. I don't know. There are places, I'll name one for service, and I'm going to point it right here in the camera. Let me see if y'all see this. Let me see. It won't zoom in. All right, let's address all these. Now, all of this time, we sitting up here paying monthly fees. Give me a second. I got a lot going on right now. Monthly service for your cell phone, Wi-Fi, all of that, this, that, and the other. For us to, we're cut off, silence, a lot of disruptions, interruptions. You might have service some of the time. They always, when you call in now, they always talking about they working on a tower. I went to Africa that they say is a third world country, 4 countries in, and they don't have no issues with their Wi-Fi. No issues. Crystal clear. High speed. You type in something before you even hit send good enough. You already got the response to the answer. Now, they're supposed to be behind the times. I'm confused. Why they got high speed internet? You can go buy, you can go, if you just only want to be in a place for 5 days, you can take $5 and buy 24 hours worth of internet. And it runs excellent. Put in a little code, you good to go. Why here we got these issues, but we got these big brand names, and this is supposed to be the place that have all of this modern technology? Too much. Too much. This I am like, y'all, you can come on back here, sing Yeshua back today if you like. Today, we got to get disciplined. And I'll be honest, I don't believe that this is Eric family. Okay, this is me right now. I'm just saying Erica to the end. I don't believe that he's going to necessarily. I mean, you got to think when the Israelites were removed or led out of Egypt. Do you honestly think that he led back like sick folks? It said none among them sick or feeble. How are the people going to make it out that were healthy? If all we care about is, get how are people going to stand in these times? How? You already know that you cannot find one group outside that love us. Who? Anybody you know? Point them out, please. If they care anything about his people, it's because they have aligned themselves with us, or they know the truth and the word. life. So we need to get eyes on our stomach control. I'm supposed to put this Christmas food out of everybody, but because the little corn and the little toast of cheese stuff, was it worth her looking over my intelligence? Was it worth? We see what's happening. You see when you go to these shops how they treat you, and I'm not just about of other nationalities. Some people that look some worse. Again, get your head ready to get off the edges, go out. Come on, get to somebody boutiques for them to talk to you any kind of way. Go that don't show the issue. Don't let you say something to you in the shop. I bumped up. How about these barbers that don't clean their clippers? And the men walk out with all type of bumps all down their neck and chin and what? Because dirty clips. I'm just saying, we don't do each other right, not necessarily, but people like us that aren't enough are going to places that treat you bad. It's time for us to cook our own food. We're supposed to be doing anyway. Stuff out here, you don't know what they putting in it. You don't eat pork, but if they cooking the stuff in bacon grease, we don't know. All I know is that we think it tastes good. We think we free of pork. How are we free of these things if they putting sugar and additives and all type of preservatives and stuff all in the food? He is calling to the foundation of principle. There's nothing wrong with you getting your hair, but why you got somebody over there that read tarot cards and my point, eyes too don't know how to say no, this can't be of the Most High. Well, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's not. I already talked about us going in places buying stuff with the lady with the many arms and the Buddha. They got the stuff right in the front with little fruit and vegetables all down at the feet, and there we are, because we got to have that general rice. I mean that general chicken, egg foo young, and we willing. No different. Getting the tacos, the same thing. I told you, looking out for their own. The mask with the skeleton face or whatever all of that is. Talking in their language. What's wrong with them talking in their language? Okay. They running a business taking your American dollar as you speak English. What is the purpose of doing that? Why do you think they have to talk in English or any other language and then revert back to their own when they talking to each other right in your face? I would assume that they're saying something that they don't want you to know. Enough is enough. You ask them to redo one nail that don't look right. See how well that goes. They're going to talk about you, treat you bad, throw your money on the counter. How many times have you said when they put tell you to sign your credit card and slam the pen down for you to pick it up off the table, but you still go forward and pick it up and write your name? Some of y'all are past the pen back. Well, we just showing them love. Well, go right ahead. You could do better. Show yourself some love and stop going up in these places. Maybe they will start treating people right when they see the money, who has it, who's been spending it, and how they keep their business afloat by that group's money. But the problem is the group don't have a problem with the service that they receiving, and yet we'll still pour out to them. And we're keeping them alive in our communities. We're keeping them alive in our communities while they're depleting us. High prices, poor treatment, raggedy food. Don't bring nothing back. It's gonna be a problem if they not a bigger name or a bigger brand. And now I'm finding out that these grocery stores aren't any better. They selling all type of old and spoiled stuff and want you to write out everything that you bought when they know that the stuff is old. I know they got to put something on the shelves, but then I guess what? Guess what? They ain't taking the price down. They still selling it at the whole price that it was. Enough. We don't want to buy anything that's already used. We go out and get these new cars, and then they take advantage of you. And then you find out that a lot of these new cars aren't running even as well as a car that's about 10 years old. You can buy whatever you want with your money. But why let people treat you terrible or cheat you or talk about you or, or serve you anything? Some of the food that they serving out here now isn't even fit for an animal. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know if it's meat. We don't know what the stuff is because certain things have been approved that they can use fillers. What are the fillers? They don't have to tell you that. It's something that they call, they don't have to disclose it. As long as this F so and so, this association, which I can't say it on here, has approved it, they don't have to tell you nothing. Well, let me say this. I'll speak for me. My eyes and my stomach have to be brought under control. It is not a God. It is not above God. I cannot make myself, my eyes, or my stomach an idol. The bottom line is too much is happening that we're not walking away from. They're making it plain. It's almost like, it's just like what the Bible said. Everybody, for the most part, if they don't believe in the Most High, if they're not following His principles, where did she go? Not following His principles, they are taking Confederate. Who are they Confederate against? And it's my little rant that it's the little things that I'm noticing. You can't even get decent, you just can't get decent service no more. You can't even put your kids in the school no more. People are telling you how they're going to teach your children, what they're going to teach your children, and you better not say nothing. Yet we complain. Well, look at this. Disney been showing these little subliminal messages. You knew they weren't a part of they don't follow the word. Why are we complaining when we start seeing these things happening? I don't know what to do with these cell phones around here. So I'm just going around like different things. Cell phones, restaurants, food that we eat, service that we inquire about, all these things that we're paying for with our dollar. And yet we keep going. Hairstylists. Yeah, I gotta include them. And this is not a race thing because I'm putting the hairstylists in there. Most of them are African Americans that we would be going to. And no, they don't treat you right. And you know they don't. But because you want your hair whipped or your makeup beat or whatever, you're willing to allow somebody to treat you any kind of way. I don't know. I really think we gonna have to be accountable for some stuff. Can't be pointing the finger at them. This is my fault today. Cause I could have went home and cooked. Pop shops. Cause I'm starting to feel like people are taking Confederate, not necessarily against me, but just don't care anymore. I don't know about y'all. I went past David Bridals a few minutes ago, and the window is so nasty. Wedding dresses in the window, and it looked like a kid had popsicle fingers, and wiped it down the mirror. Wait a minute, you selling wedding dresses, whatever you selling, a place selling food, whatever, and you can't clean the windows out of the shop? So you don't really want nobody to see in, or is it that they don't care anymore? So the things that they should be doing unto the Most High, they don't care anymore. I honestly think it's to the point now that they feel like, since things are going bad anyway, might as well get all we can and put in little effort. You can walk out in the grocery store and see masks all in the parking lot. Nobody cleans up anything anymore. Trash everywhere. I mean, come on now, baby pampers in the parking lot. The only thing that I see clean, can I be honest with y'all? Ride past some of these empty churches. Oh, honey, the grass cut, the windows cleaned out, look like museums. For what? Everything clean. The grounds are still cared for. Why they still keep it? I'm not saying they shouldn't keep that clean, but what about everything else? Nobody cleans up anymore. So maybe it's just where I live. It's it's something. I'm gonna end with this. So that and then we won't be subjected to anybody and everybody's abuse and neglect, just poor treatment and poor food, poor service, poor everything around here. It is definitely turning in. We know we're in a beast system, but I don't think we've seen the straight up, the end all. We're in it, but I don't think we've seen how bad things would be. We see the darkness, but because we're still here, I believe that there's some light. We are that light. Um, it was something I was gonna say. We have to we're trusting the most high in all of this. And I believe he's teaching us so that we're ready. We get ready to when it's time to really wrap things up and take his people out of here. Should he so choose, we would be ready. I just feel like we got to get to the point to say, I'm not gonna go in there. This ain't even on this ain't even on our level. Well, why? You look around now and it's like even the cashiers can curse people out. Folks can just give you anything. Nobody care. You buy some clothes, you can bring it to them on the hangers. They will snatch them hangers out and ball your outfit up around a fist and toss it in a bag, and you're paying for it right in your eyes. They are telling you what they think about the stuff that you do, you pay for, or what you even say. Chewing gum in your face, on their cell phones, back turned. You say something, the response is just it's gross. So food hanging out the cartridge, bag tossed to you out the window, grab something to drink. It's running all down the cup. Don't nobody care anymore. So if anybody should care about anything, it should be us. This is the Sabbath. Let's keep it holy. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Um, I don't know about you, but I can kind of see stuff just folding up. And to be honest, y'all, I think they know because they wrapping it up too. They don't care. Anytime you can go on an airplane and people fist fight. Anytime, you know, folks just can act a complete idiot out in the streets and nobody's saying anything. Nobody cares about any type of authority. Authority don't care about the people, the citizens. Stuff is just getting a little out of hand. So let's get back into the things of the Most High. I'm number one. The 1 minute I thought, let me treat myself to a little corn in the cup, I was the last person standing, and the Father was letting me know. To me, that was like a teachable moment. You trying to be first in a system, you gonna be last. Trying to get good service in their system, you may be just treated poorly. You might get served your tail on a platter, embarrassed, cussed out, whatever. Not to mention food poison and anything else. We know we got to eat here, but we got to be mindful. I have to be mindful and keep the Most High first. I am done. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I'm gonna go home and buy my little vegetables. You say come by, you'll make okay. Shoot, I could have went home and made some corn in the cup than to be the last person standing there. I mean, standing there just as pleasant and polite. That don't mean nothing to them. All I saw was her give her that stuff over to Maria and passed her that corn in the cup and her food. She had more stuff than me. They made it and she walked herself off when I was saying, now, how did that happen? Nobody wants to answer no questions because why? They looking out for themselves, for each other. It ain't our fault if we don't look out for each other or take care of ourselves. I'm done. This is y'all system here. Take a look. All these things belong to the system. None of this is ours. And the funny thing is, we been paying and going in these places, and really we was already being mistreated. I don't believe maybe our eyes wasn't open or something. We just didn't know. Because y'all can't tell me that these beauticians wasn't always self-serving and conceited and wicked. A lot of them, not all of them. Y'all can't tell me that over there at those shops when you was getting your nails and feet done that they wasn't rude. You can't tell me that they wasn't. You can't tell me that when we was them folks with those turbans and stuff on, that they didn't, have issues with us. Only time they was nice enough is when you was spending your money, but don't bring something back. If it's wrong, folks will turn on you. It's time for us to get back to basics. We in the world, but not of it. Thank you. All right, family, I'm done. I'm gonna erase this message, by the way. I'm gonna erase it. Y'all have a good day. Let's get our eyes and our stomach under control. We we got to, or we being ran by the wrong things. I'll say me, nobody else, just me. All right, y'all. Bye.